Hello, Miami. We are here at the Yamaha booth with Eric's Outboards. This is Eric and this is Tony, and they're going to tell us a little bit about the dealership. How did you get started, Eric?
Well, back in 1986, I was a one-man band hanging out at the boat ramps, and when engine cowlings came off, I'd walk over with a card and see if I can help.
So you started out actually working on things?
Yes, absolutely.
And then how did it go from there to a whole dealership?
Well, after my office stuff was really bad, I losing or not paying bills on time and all that, Kelly Fullerton came on board and got me straightened out and organized and got me going.
Okay, so you started out with a service background and then y'all started selling. Then Kelly came on board and started helping you streamline. When did you come into the picture?
I've been with Eric's for about almost 7 years now, and I started out at the parts counter. We started doing engine sales more aggressively after I went to the first boat show and stuff like that, and it started growing, so I moved out of the parts and into the engine sales and boat sales, and we went from ordering 35 engines a year to maybe just over 200, and we have a great team that's come on board. We have some new part guys, and they know the stuff in and out. We have the biggest parts inventory in all of South Florida. All of our technicians, our master techs, our parts guys are well versed in the parts. If somebody calls and says, "Hey, I need this piece that goes next to that," they'll know where to look for it and find the part number. And 9 out of 10 times the part is in stock.
That's awesome. So it's multifaceted. It started out with just service. Now y'all do sales. What boat brands do y'all represent?
Contender boats.
So you sell contenders. Y'all do service. You've got how many locations?
We have 2 full-line locations, one in Miami that's been there since, I believe, 1996, and we just opened one in October of last year, and it's in Key Largo. We also provide service in Black Point Marina, which is one of the local marinas down here. We can haul your boat out on the forklift. We do service in multiple marinas around the county, and obviously all of the Keys. Our Keys location also has another master certified tech from Yamaha.
So I've worked about 6 or 7 years with y'all here at the boat show, and something I've noticed is that once you have a customer, they come back and keep wanting to talk to the same person. I think that y'all really do a great job of building a relationship with that client. So somebody will say, "Oh no, where's Tony? He sold me a boat a couple years ago, and I just want to shake his hand and say, hey, that's a great product. You've taken such good care of me." That is a kind of relationship you really want with your customers, but I see that you also have it with each other. Seems like y'all all really work great together. Ryan, you're in service. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
I am. I'm the in-house service manager, so I'm the one responsible for everything that comes to the shop. We have another gentleman named Larry that a lot of our clients that are here at the boat show deal with. He manages the mobile technicians. And yeah, that's what I do. I've been to Eric's about 3 years and manage the in-house service. I have been well involved in maintenance tracking. It started with a pilot program. Yamaha had us get that started and test it out and tell them what we felt about it, and they've developed a really nice program that makes it very easy for dealers to log when maintenance is being done and being able to provide it to the customer when they want to purchase a boat that they don't know what the service is. Now they can look at any dealership, put in a PID, and see when the service was done, what was done, and what interval, so you get an idea of if it's being done correctly.
I witnessed something a couple days ago. A customer came in and they were talking about a used boat, and one of your employees said, "Hey, hold on a second, I can pull up the service record on that. If you'd like to see what's been done to it, you can see how well these people have taken care of it." That was amazing, and that's a great thing to be able to offer. Now, we're talking about service. You've brought me some props here. Tell me what this is, and tell me why it's important that we maintain these things.
What you've got here in your hand is a impeller that a customer did not have high hours on, but it sat for about 10 years. And he decided to get it running, and when he did that, the impeller had hardened. You can see how stiff this is, and there's one blade broken off and other multiple blades that are about to break off. And the problem is that after that amount of time, this rubber from the impeller goes hard. You can see here on a new one, it's got spring to it, which is what it needs. So it really emphasizes how important service is in getting things done. Even though you don't have a lot of time on it, you got to go by the date interval also. So just because you say, oh, I don't have 100 hours, but it's been 6-7 years, you still need to do that. You need to do it once every year, not go by strictly the hours. Another example here is not due to service, but this was somebody that was flushing their engine, except for they weren't flushing it, they were running it without the hose being on, which has happened to a lot of people. I see it from time to time, and obviously that's not good. Your engine needs water to cool. This just shows what that can do. This impeller is burned up and the water pump housing is melted. So I just wanted to bring this as an example of different impellers, and one, make sure you do your maintenance. Two, make sure that you turn on the water when you flush your engines.
There are so many parts to maintenance. Sometimes that's hard for customers, especially when they buy a new boat for you. Yamaha has a little brochure, a little booklet called Maintenance Matters, and that goes through kind of the basics of how to maintain your outboard, how to break it in. Even if you're going to use a great dealer like y'all to maintain it, it still makes a consumer feel good to be able to see what needs to be done and what you're doing on it. Y'all have a great relationship and a great way of going over that with your customers, so they're prepared already. But that just kind of gives them a heads up. So if you need one of those brochures, we'd be glad to give you one. If you'd like a price on a repower, y'all are here and ready for that. If you want to buy a new contender, or if you have a service or a parts question, we would be glad to help. Y'all are on social media.
Yeah,
you're on
we're
Instagram, you're on Facebook. Something I noticed real quick on your Facebook recently was pictures of your shop. It was spotless clean. It was so organized and clean. But I think that if you care about your employees, if you care about your facility, if you care about your customers, all that just makes a wonderful package, and y'all are doing a great job with that. Thank y'all so much for coming by.
Not a
You're
problem.
welcome.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.